Hello everyone, welcome to From the Star Wars Home Video Library. I'm your host, Nathan P. Butler. This time we go back to somewhere we haven't been in a while for some foreign releases, and that is Japan. But first, we need to look at a couple of things for the US and the UK very quickly to refresh our memories. If you bought The Force Awakens and wanted a steelbook in the United States, you had to go to Best Buy. And what you got was this: Kylo Ren with the logo and stuff down at the bottom, Captain Phasma, actual name of the film on the spine, and inside you would find, because it's a US release, the digital copy code, DVD, and both Blu-rays, film and bonus disc. This, of course, was that initial April 2016 version, so no 3D or anything like that. There is not a steelbook version of the 3D release. On the other hand, if you were in the UK or just preferred the look of the UK versions, as it will play on a US player, you could have bought the Zavi exclusive UK steelbook, which is this, that cardboard packaging. We looked at this recently, in a clean steelbook cover with no text, a back with no text, and the spine with the character posters in a row rather than the title. Now, that was kind of neat looking at the time. That was kind of a cool way to do it. Talked later on with Brian Snook, who's a buddy of mine who's kind of the aficionado when it comes to steelbooks. He collects steelbooks of a lot of different types, not just Star Wars. And he pointed out that the reason why you got no text on the front or the back and you got the images here instead of having text was so that basically they could produce one steelbook and sell it all over the world and not have to go back and reproduce it over and over again. Whereas if you have this steelbook from the US, that's English. Right? So you could sell it in English-speaking countries, but as soon as you went out of English-speaking countries, you'd probably want to have a whole new steelbook to be able to change the logo to be the language for the region in which you're selling it. Very crafty on their part, which makes, I guess, this the special one as opposed to the one that's from the UK with the characters on the spine. But I had no idea of that. Thank you very much, Brian, for pointing that out. But it turns out I now have another Star Wars steelbook in my collection, but it's from something bigger and cooler really than any of the individual releases that we got in the United States, and that's from Japan. In Japan, if you picked up The Force Awakens from MovieNEX, Movie N-E-X, all is one word, but movie is capitalized and all the letters in N-E-X are capitalized, you could get this. Force Awakens boxed set, or collector's edition, or whatever they're calling it because I can't read Japanese. Every edge perfectly clean, the back perfectly clean, nothing but that logo, done in the style of that regular Blu-ray cover, or regular Blu-ray slipcase, the slipcover, the cardboard piece from the US release. Take off the cover, nothing on the inside, just a cover. But you're immediately seeing some interesting new stuff on the inside. Huh. Interesting. So, you take the stuff out, the first thing you'll notice is this one comes with an exclusive, supposedly, figure. It's not actually exclusive, except when you're buying home video, I guess it's exclusive. But it is the Kylo Ren figure released for The Force Awakens. In its original packaging, has that weird little, build-a-weapon thing. But, of course, because this is from Japan, it has a sticker actually on the back that goes over the bottom section, laying out what exactly it is that you're getting here. Okay. But it's the Kylo Ren action figure. And they give you a little stand to put them on, which I guess did not come with it here. Stand's got a little paper in there telling you what's going on with it. I'm not taking it out of the plastic here, but there's your stand. And then off to the side of that, you have a steelbook. Dun, dun, dun! No English! It's like the UK. You can sell it in other places that don't speak English, like Japan. So it's exactly the same steelbook as what you would get in the UK, at least as far as the actual design of the packaging goes. Now, inside, you got some inserts. We'll take a look at those momentarily. You have your individual discs. You have the regular film, very similar to the US, Japanese text down there at the bottom. You have your bonus disc, Japanese text off there to the right, Japanese text over the Blu-ray disc logo, otherwise looks similar to the US. Then you have your DVD. Again, Japanese text underneath the Lucasfilm logo there. But the interior art for the Steelbook is the same as what we saw in the US and the UK. Bear in mind, by the way, that with all those discs, the DVD is region 2. You will not be able to play the DVD in a US player unless you have a region-free player of some kind. If you're curious about the Blu-rays, yes, they will play in an American player. Now, you can actually watch this film in the original English audio and with English subtitles. So if you're trying to watch in the US, this actually is a way that you could viably watch it in a way that you would probably watch it on the US release or even the UK release. What's different about it is your language options are kind of limited. Now, I can't read the menu stuff. There is a play, a scene selection based on what they do, and one that's basically options for, I guess, audio and subtitles and all that kind of stuff. When you actually start playing, if your device happens to have, like I'm playing on a PS3 most of the time when I'm in my Star Wars office, and you got a subtitle and audio button here where you can switch through and it'll tell you what it is on the screen. So for subtitles, you have 3 options. You have Japanese, that shows Japanese subtitles throughout. You have English subtitles, or Japanese as the third, which doesn't show Japanese subtitles throughout most of it, but when, for instance, Bazine Natal or the droid are reporting back on, hey, you know, the droid's at Maz Kanata's place, it still shows the subtitle from the movie sort of built into the picture, but then up on what is on this side for you, the way you're seeing me here, you have vertical subtitles in Japanese on the side so that a Japanese listener will know what Bazine Natal or the droid or whomever is saying, which I thought was kind of cool. Kind of like what you can do in the United States with being able to make the actual subtitle on the screen disappear or reappear. You also have options for spoken language, but there's really only 2, English and Japanese. That's it. One thing I find interesting is that the opening crawl stays in English, even if you have that second Japanese option checked. In order for it to translate it off to the side vertically, you have to actually have the first option of the Japanese subtitle tracks checked. Now, on the other hand, regardless of what you do for subtitles, if you change your spoken language from the English audio track to Japanese, then it'll show you the Japanese version of A Long Time Ago in a Galaxy Far, Far Away and the opening crawl. But it does not change or show you subtitles automatically, at least, for Bazine Natal or the droid talking, where it's got the English subtitles on the screen sort of built in to the picture. Now, as for the bonus disc, much more unlimited. You can listen to it with the regular English audio, and that's it. You can turn on Japanese subtitles, but no English subtitles, and that's it. Also in there, though, are some inserts, basically advertising inserts, it looks like mostly. But you have Star Wars, blah, 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 MovieNEX, I don't know any of that language. Advertisement that I know is for Rogue One, a Star Wars story, only because I know the logo. Unfold it. The other side has action figure info there. Other offers on the inside, Star Wars Rebels, Droid Tales, Clone Wars Lost Missions, Art of the Force Awakens, Shattered Empire, and it looks like a magazine for The Force Awakens. Then more MovieNEX stuff, Star Wars The Force Awakens, stuff I can't read, code down there at the bottom, info on the inside about the MovieNEX Club, which is kind of like the Disney Reward Club, it looks like, and how to get your codes and blah, 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 blah. And then lots of legalese in Japanese on the back. Now, you'd be forgiven for thinking that's it in the package, because then it looks empty, but not really. You take out this top cardboard piece, and there's even more underneath under another cardboard piece. What's this? Well, it's 2 items underneath. They are the end of everything that's in here, though. That's what the bottom of it looks like here. You've got Star Wars Special Guidebook. Here's where the fun begins. Which, I should go, wait, Episode 3? What? Back is blank except Disney and Lucasfilm down there at the bottom, and the copyright 2016 Lucasfilm Limited. Nothing on the spine. You open it up, and it's essentially a guide to characters, to the previous films, to kind of get you up to speed. There's a little insert in there for what looks like the Star Wars Dictionary. I guess that's the encyclopedia, perhaps, or visual dictionary for Japan. Says there's one for Jedi Knights and one for Padawan learners. But it takes you through all those individual films and then through like a quick glossary of individual characters. But then, of course, being that most of it is in Japanese, except the titles or the labels for the characters in places like Hoth, Yavin, and so forth here. Of course, it is a Japanese release, so that is expected. But the US didn't get any kind of guide like this. The UK didn't get a kind of guide like this. Only in Japan, apparently, at least of the ones that I've seen so far. But then there's that other item here. What is it? Well, that has kind of a plasticky, comic bookish kind of cover on it. And inside, you've got what has kind of a plasticky cover on it, but you can pop the back piece out and set it up as a display. But a display of what, you may ask? What's inside here? It's art prints, basically. Kind of, given the size, kind of like the ones that were in the pre-order limited edition little folder thing you could pick up if you want to do a digital pre-order through like Walmart or something, where you picked up the cardboard thing that had the little mini posters in it, 3 of them I believe it was, and then just entered the code for your preferred provider. So we have The Force Awakens, theatrical poster, Rey, Finn, Kylo Ren, Han, Leia, Luke. Those other ones, the exception of that first one, the first one was basically the teaser image and was the regular cardboard slipcover from the American Blu-ray DVD digital combo pack. But those other ones were those character posters you could get from other places, from Disney Movie Rewards, that are also the images that are on the spine, right, of the Blu-ray Steelbook here. Then we got Luke. And then you have your characters together, right, Finn, Rey, Han, and Poe, very much like inside some of the U.S. exclusive releases. And then you've got Kylo Ren there with Hux and Phasma. Then you're actually done. So definitely an interesting release here. It's viable for U.S. audiences if you're trying to watch on Blu-ray. If you don't care that you won't be able to watch the DVD without a region-free DVD player or something that plays Region 2. If you want Blu-ray, it's viable as long as all you're trying to do is watch it in English or in Japanese. But a very nice box set here. A book, art prints, an action figure, a steelbook all in one box. We didn't get anything nearly this cool in the United States. This is kind of the Japanese equivalent to some extent for one film of like that Executor set from the UK. Really sweet. We had the same format over here, but nope. This particular box and its goodies didn't make it to our shores. But a nice thing to add to your Star Wars home video library if you happen to get your hands on it. With that, we'll wrap up this episode. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with the home video viewers. Now you open this thing up, and it's a little tricky. It's like a shoebox kind of thing. Don't want to drop it. You open this thing. Fucking shit. I can't get it! Motherfucker. Open! Open. Damn it. Open! Get some Ultra Magnus going on there. Motherfucker. Damn. Shit! Sorry for the language there. At least I got an outtake now, right?